What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 27 of my Total Warhammer 3 Zhatan the Black Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Zhatan took on the second of the Relic battles, acquiring the Salve of Valea for us, which has some nice properties on it. The physical resistance 10%, which didn't seem to work last episode. Now that I've reloaded the game, and the physical resistance has jumped up. So it does indeed work, though I'm not entirely sure about the +2 melee defense, mostly because I forgot what the original values were. Anyway, in addition, it gives us replenishment in foreign territory and a nice little direct damage ability as well. So that's all swell. 2 out of 3 on those now, and then we'll save the third for an episode where we just can't find a battle, and just like we did there. Also, since Zhatan did win that battle, he is now able to move again. Let's move close to Bogor here, Borgor rather, and then try to attack him next turn. Also, I guess while we're here, oh wow, 4 points. We certainly leveled up from that, which means Heroic Killing Blow is now available for Zhatan himself. We could go for Woundmaker to make him hit harder, or we could start moving towards Unbridled Cruelty. Now, because he doesn't have any more points... yeah, he should be able to go through the blue line. Lovely. And we should have just enough to finish off whatever we need to finish. Yeah, alright. Blue line it is. We can get Lightning Strike, which we may need for the endgame scenario against the piles of enemy and Dwarfen units. We can also get 1 point in Logistician here, which ain't too bad. And Iron Willed, casualty replenishment rate for Zhatan himself if we get him damaged. And then Lightning Strike is going to be the thing. And then the last point, I guess, will be one of these on the way towards Unbridled Cruelty. Beautiful. Alright, well done, Zhatan. I don't know why well done, but yeah. Whatever. You, Pithic. You, I guess, can try to move towards Foe Seeker. We have been using you in melee quite a bit. Ooh, explosive missile damage. Yes, please. Let's go for piercing shots and then on to Foe Seeker, and most likely, and despite the fact that I do like the Winds of Magic cost and cooldown reduction, we'll most likely go for Sorcerer's Curse, mostly because I have a tendency to use Pithic in melee quite a bit. And I don't see that changing, to be honest, so the physical resistance will help him. Anyway, you also have 4 points Infernal Castellan, so hard to hit. Mentor for whatever other Castellan will eventually be available. And out of this, I guess we care the least about Indomitable, and probably not so much about Bandolier rather. I've never actually seen him run out of ammunition, so let's go for Scarred Vet, in case he does fight, which I'm sure he will occasionally. Oh. I'll probably get some points into boost income later on as well, because that could help while in certain territories. Alrighty, Zhatan, you stay right there, buddy. Now, last time, I believe, with that battle finished, we did most of the stuff, though I guess not the movement of heroes. I was also going to send you southward, but you know what? You're actually going to go this way instead. We'll have you join... We'll have you join the Internal Recruiter. Actually, speaking of the Internal Recruiter, you're at Nangao, so let's upgrade everything here while we have the maximum amount of reductions. Like so, armament assembly line, and lastly... we do want to get Public Order here, but we can always get it afterwards. I do kind of want Ironworks here as well, so that we can replace this Ironworks with this one, and then put a actually useful building there. But it is control on the other hand. 1, 2, and then 6. Yeah, wow, that one's gonna take a long time to build. Well, to be fair, this one's also gonna take a long time to be built. Though I suppose the control in this particular province doesn't actually matter, so you know what? Well, let's just build the Ironworks then. Because obviously we are not accepting labor here, and we never will. Just leave it as a factory, since this is our military hub. Alright, at least that one's decided. Then, Tech Thieves. You will need to thief some tech, so you can... Can you reach here? I can't quite tell. No, you can't. Alright, fine. Just go there, then. And what about the other Tech Thief, who should be up here somewhere? Try Gorger Rock, please. No, not hinder replenishment. Steel tech. And somebody got a great Taurus. There's that healing salve of Alea, and you failed at your stealing, but at the very least you leveled up, which means we get more into specialist, which means we get a higher chance to succeed next time, as long as you don't die, like this guy. Like this guy has a tendency to, I should say. Alrighty, you can move to Liju, which it looks like you can't reach, but it's okay. You have, what, 2 turns of this? Yeah. We need to keep at least one of them on permanent, with some tech stolen at all times now, because 150 was, as we found out last episode, exactly what's needed to get this at rank 2, so the, or 2 turns rather. So the reduction that we wanted was there. Can't go lower than that now. Anyway, or Zork, you are now going to march stance. You're going to move right into this territory instead, where we will upgrade some other stuff, because why not? You have the reductions, you may as well use them. Like so, and like... yeah, let's get the iron level maxed out. And then what else did we want at Pome? Probably public order, or yeah, public order. This isn't really a military hub, but it will have some military buildings nonetheless. Especially as it... oh, you know what we could do? We could build the infernal... the ash level here. And then we could do public order and then this thing here afterwards. Yeah, I'd like to have everything available in one territory as well, so we'll do that. Alright, and then you can go back here. We'll see where we recruit stuff from later on. Okie dokie, what do we have? Oh wow, we still have some raw materials and certainly some money to be spent. Gonna be a little bit of admin because we need to move towards the end of the turn. I also want to double check diplomacy here, if there's anything interesting. No, alas, there is not. Though, Nagarond... you know what, let's join war against Exiles of Nehek and Heralds of Ariel. 3,000 gold, it's not horrible. I just want a little bit of extra friendship with Nagarond, as I think they will eventually make a good trading partner as long as we can keep them from declaring war on us randomly. Which is very possible because our caravans are moving out there, and some factions don't seem to like that very much. But anyway, let's see, we got the money to spend and the raw materials to spend, though... Kunlan. All of these are upgraded, but next turn we'll need to upgrade the mines and all. You know what? Maybe we save the money to upgrade this next turn then. Switch to Masterful Architects, and then we'll do that. How close? What's the closest territory here? You're not able to reach it, are you? No, only in 2 turns. So I don't think we're going to bother waiting that long. Also, while we're here, let's take a look at any heroes that have popped up. Vindictive, Materialist. Okay, these guys haven't changed. We have no capacity for these guys, and I don't imagine that the Centaurs have changed either. Yeah, no, they're the same. Alright. Then, if we're saving the rest of this, we just need to spend a little bit more cash somewhere. Actually, not cash. The materials. For example, we could do the sluice gate of the refinery, but until this is upgraded, that's kind of pointless. Chiang... oh, I know what we could spend some money on. Scaff. I wanted to get you the other Regiment of Renown Hell Cannon. You, Soul of Damnation. If Herman rather, attacks us. I thought that was Helman Gorse, but it's actually Herman. It's also H and G. You're confusing me, game. Oh, why you gotta make it difficult? Also, just in case this guy attacks, let's give you your points, although it looks like you only have 1, but keep moving through Hellforged Ordnance, as that is at least partially your thing. Alrighty, the rest of that I think we can just save for next turn, as I don't want to spend too much time looking around for buildings and stuff. And I'm sure there will be plenty next turn as well, so, yeah. Alright, last thing. Public order. Ooh, oh, wow. Okay, yeah, clearly we need to do something about this. Lands of Stone and Steel. Set an example. Yes, set an example. Eastern Steppes. Do it. Stone Sky Foothills, yes. Forest of the Moon, most definitely. Imperial Road, all this labor, all this precious labor. Okay, not you, Giant Lands. Nobody likes you. Set in Orpstone Desert, and definitely Celestial Lake. We have 2 that need to be transferred. We have -2 at the Red Wastes. Nonetheless. Alright, and then we can take 1 labor from, let's say... Who has the most that they don't need? Ooh, Ancient Giant Lands, you have plenty. 1, 2... 1, 2. Alright. Lovely. Not a huge expenditure, but at least this way our public order will continue to grow. Perfect. Alrighty, now I did want to double check. What are we doing here in terms of the corruption? Minus 58. Lots of Skaven corruption still, but until we upgrade the place or get more corruption going, that's not liable to change either. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. We'll spend the rest of the money next turn, so skip, commandment available. Not so skip. Oh right, we can upgrade this stuff. Well, actually, you're already cheap. We can upgrade you next turn a little bit more with the battlements here. We could also upgrade Wily Village, but who knows if these guys will suddenly attack us next turn. It's a possibility. Also, oh, you also have a Masterful Architects ready. Sure, why not? And soon we will no longer need the defenses here. Honestly, Shenmue might not even need them anymore, but it depends on when exactly we start fighting Goldtooth again. Also, I do wonder whether we'll be fighting... whether we'll be fighting Nurgle, the Poxmakers, or not, or whether we make friends. I would like to get access to their artillery, namely the Soul Grinders of Nurgle, which are pretty good artillery pieces, and nicely mechanical for us as well. Although I do feel the Cornate Soul Grinders kind of work with our aesthetic a little bit more, especially with the cannon arms that they have, and the color scheme. But anyway, regardless, end turn. And trait supervise. What the heck is this? Huh, our allies are attacking a place. This army's kind of weak. Do we bother with this? This is our convoy. I wonder how much damage they're going to take from this. I just thought it was of it. Oh wow, that's a decent bit of... Oh wow, but we got a potion of healing out of that? Yes, please. Not a lot of labor, but we'll take the money, not the healing, yeah. It was a waste of time. Alright, well... It looks like Astrogoth's at least doing quite well for himself, but that'll just mean a stronger faction for us to eventually confederate. Oh, where did the rats go? I don't like that at all. Can't even see them anymore. Ungrel Stoneheart, what are you doing? You want it? What? Are you crazy? Okay, sure. Go for it, buddy. And, oh, he's moving in the opposite direction from Zhatan. Oh, that's annoying. And that is annoying because, oh, I found the rats. No, wait, this is the other rat army. Where are you going? And, man. Where could these guys have gone? They might be out here somewhere. Alright, try to go out here, try to find them. Ah, there they are, alright. Chase them down, I guess. They're not suffering attrition, but you have nothing better to do anyway. Alright. It is what it is. And then you are probably too weak to take a walled settlement, so we don't really care about what you do. You can just continue suffering attrition. Can we catch this guy from where we are? You gotta be kidding me. No, we can't. And he's declared war on us, so we can't just leave him there. Alright, here's what we'll do. You're gonna go into ambush stance. Oh, I can't believe this. You're gonna go here near to Wily Village, or just go there. And hopefully he'll move towards us. If he jumps again, maybe we'll intercept him, but at 80% ambush, it's pretty decent chance that we'll succeed. Damn, I was hoping to move here and get a huge battle going against all the enemies there. Ah, wait. It wasn't Helman Gorst before, right? Yeah, no, it was some other guy with H and G. I remember game. Nice try. Nice try. This is a bait. This is a bait. The AI does this on purpose. It's moved right at the edge of where we can't catch him, where he can back off. So what we'll do instead is we'll go right here and go into ambush. Yes. And then hopefully he'll march forward. Ambush right there. I'm 100% sure that's a bait. It's always suspicious when the AI moves just on the edge of where you can reach it like that. Anyway, Yobaz Stormbreaker. You could go after this guy, or you could head this way, or begin to head this way. Yeah, you know what? Start heading this way. It's fine. And we might be able to catch some of these rats, but even if we don't care because we have other things to take care of. This is still annoying. Maybe we should have sent you towards the lizards, but too late now. I can always turn you around if they actually try something. Now, are you able to reach? Yes, oh, thank you. I was worried that he wouldn't be able to reach the settlement. But since he can, we're relatively good. As in, we can send you up there. Alrighty, let's continue. All the admin, apparently. But not to worry, if we can't find a proper battle on the next turn, then I'll simply, we'll simply do the next quest. And did you succeed there? Vrangni Drakbeard Convoy, you have a charmed shield, you don't need that. I don't know whether you succeeded. No, you did not, you failed. Rude. Very rude. Alright, and now you're gonna be too far from this. Oh, come on, man. Why you tech thieves doing this to me? Don't screw me on this. Next tech thief. To the Maw Gate, please. Success, please? Nope, another failure. Oh, wow, tech thieves. Alright, come on. You're the real tech thief, right? You can do this for me. Come on. Come on. Yeah, no. 3 failures in a row. Oh man, I'm not so lucky today. Oh well. Malicious compliance, most definitely. We've been waiting on that one. We do want that control +2 for all provinces, which is pretty great. Bruzus, you do not need to be anywhere. You know what? Just join this army. You're going to shortly be in a different army, but whatever. Let's check the heroes and lords while we're at it. Vindictive, Callous, Materialistic, not what we want. Demonsmith, Sorcerers, no capacity. Vengeful, Cowardly, Hateful, Hated, Thirstful, Corrupt, Apathetic, nothing. And Bilious and Superior are also nothing. Alright. Damn. Well, the 152 is going to drop next turn, so hopefully we can succeed next turn again, because it'll be unfortunate if we can't. Well, once again we have raw material to spend, and I believe, unless I'm mistaken, a convoy to send out as well. Yes. Alrighty, convoy. Who wants to go? You're pretty good, 14 units and rank 8, you're probably the best one that we have. Alright. And you have no levels that are needed, and that's fine. Add master. And where can we sell some material? So Black Crag, going through Dwarven territory, as in original Dwarven territory. We could go to Bay of Blades. Some money here. Grungzent is another convoy. And we could do labor as well, but our labor is okay. Honestly, I think we need a lot more money right now. And it looks like we have a lot of money, but everything we have is super expensive. Oh, the Volary is actually quite cheap. You know what, we'll send the next convoy to the Volary. This one's going to be done in 3 turns. And then we'll send one there. A convoy that's weaker, I should say. I feel like it's easier to travel to the Volary than it is to... Oh, actually. Well, it depends on if Grimgor is attacking us at that time. Because if he is, and then this is actually more dangerous. Alright, you know what, we'll just send you to the Volary then. Volary it is. Max out on this dispatch. Away you go. Alrighty. Hopefully we can acquire the next convoy tech soon as well, as in to get another convoy up and running. And I believe that's the convoys, that's the moves. Now we just have the buildings to build. And once again, if next turn no battle, then, well, we'll find a battle ourselves. Heralds of the Tempest want a defensive alliance, no doubt, because they're about to die. And what we do want is you, Kunlun. You're ready for a bunch of upgrades at the same time, and public order as well. Alrighty, so we have a ton of cash, and we're going to spend it all here. Gun turrets. I don't actually care that much about this, but we're going to do it. Then we have a gem mine. Then we have money pit. Money pit. What are you? Tusk Market? Sure, Tusk Market. And then we have underground caverns? Sure, underground caverns. And then we have... Do we want to rush you? Let's rush you. It's only 80. And then we can build a public order building here at the... Hey. Yeah, I know, tech thieves. I know your failures. Stop it. Leave me alone. Alrighty, underground caverns for you and treasure trove for you. Beautiful. Still have a little bit in the way of raw materials remaining, but that was a lot of upgrades at once, and I'm reasonably happy. We are okay here for now. Though, you know what? Let's start building the public order buildings here as well. Hey. I really don't like the sticky tooltips that they did. Maybe that was a requested feature, but... and I have them all set to 0 or the least amount, but it's still kind of wonky to me. Not my favorite feature, to be honest. But anyway, not a big deal. You patrol routes, please. Then we can upgrade the battlements as well. And we're going to leave Wily Village alone just in case it gets attacked. Fuheng should be safe alone. And I believe that's... Oh, no, Nanchang. Yes, definitely. Upgrade you, and you have the public order building. Let's build the goat pastures here as well. Definitely get the Potter upgrade. And... yeah, we might as well get the Overseer's Tower here as well, because this construction cost reduction is going to be quite valuable over time. We're also going to need to start collecting income here, which means we will not be having this control building up and running for long. Oh well, that was all of our money, that was all of our raw materials, and that really didn't take as long as I thought it would, so skip, skip, skip. And... well, let's end the turn. Let's see if ambush 1 works. Let's see if ambush 2 works. Somebody ambush, please. Zork. You're fine. Stay where you are. Alright, ambushes. Come on. At least one of you, please. I don't generally like wasting time ambushing because it often means if it's foiled, it's basically a waste of a move for an army. Blue Roses, alright, looks like they foiled us. What about the Red Horn? Ah, Red Horn Tribe foiled us as well, damn. Neither one worked. Confederation, Goldtooth and Thunderguts. We're gonna attack them both. Tower of Zharr. Claimed Tower of Zharr seat, great for them. Seat controlled... which one? Which one did they steal? Okay, it wasn't one of these. It wasn't one of these, or was it? No, we were gonna get that one. Hopefully it was one of the important ones. This one was just stolen. Weapon and armor ancillary. A little bit annoying, and this actually will reduce our construction cost reduction because we need everything in these places. Maybe we should steal some of them back, though it'll hurt our relationship with them. Or we could just keep going towards Ultimate Confederation. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, Vomik, you are sieging, but... can you win against this? Can we auto-resolve this? Yeah, we can just auto-resolve this. Goodbye. Goodbye, Vomik. Transport captives. Thank you. Summon besiege, summon no longer besiege. There's some confederations going on everywhere right now. Zhatan, you're again unable to reach this guy. Oh, this guy's gonna be so annoying. I really don't want Zhatan to be wasting time like this, and you cannot jump out here. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to march stance you to Temple of Elemental Winds. We're going to take these guys all out. I wonder if there's a full stack here. Oh, the ambush was actually successful. It wasn't foiled. This guy just backed off. The heck? Why did he back off? Oh, maybe because he's at war with Goldtooth. But we can't reach Knobbly Gorge. Okay, fine. And camp stance. March forward. There, ooh. Well, we might get attacked by all of them at the same time, and if we do, well then at least that will be a proper battle. Admin-wise... ugh. Getting real sick and tired of you, man. Ambush again. Really wish we could just reach you. If he jumps over, we're not following him. It's just getting annoying. 80% still. Let's go right here. I don't want to get too close to him where it is liable to get foiled. Although hopefully, if he goes directly for this place, maybe like this instead. Maybe he'll siege Fuheng. In fact, let's upgrade the place. Well, at the very least, we could get either the dyes or the money building. It does have the defensive building, so yeah, there's no chance. If we could just get an interception, that would be fantastic. I'd really like to get to those lizards game. Beastmen are such an annoying little hassle, eh? And they declared war on us just completely randomly to annoy us, though perhaps that was preemptive because we were going to attack them, so I don't know, fair enough. Let's see. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. You can't reach him now, but if you win the battle for the other relic, you might actually be able to reach him because you get an extra 15%. Oh yes, okay, wait a second. Maybe this is possible. We are going to get piercing shots, and we're going to fight the battle, the relic battle. Objectives, last relic, major ancestor relic of GRIMNIR. We have a bunch of Poxmakers units, or Nurgle units, and this is lying. There's definitely going to be reinforcements. Although there are two great unclean ones. Maybe there are some soul grinders as well, I don't know, we'll see. Let's give this a quick read, though. The ancestor god GRIMNIR long ago ventured north into the Chaos Wastes. That fool was lost, alone and out of his depth, dropping trinkets as he passed through the cliffs of death. We must search for them amongst the fetid crags and mountain paths. If he's a fool, why are you trying to get his trinkets? Why do you want a fool's trinkets? Maybe just to stick it to the non-Chaos Dwarfs. So yeah, anyway. Teleport. Away we go. Alrighty. It's lying. There's definitely reinforcements. Why do you lie, game? Why are you a liar? Here we go. Alrighty, here we go, the third and final relic. If we win this one, we will be 3 for 3, and will sadly not have any more of these relic quest battles, as I've been enjoying them quite a bit. Too bad there aren't a few more, but hey, at least it's nice to have the ones that we did get. Anyway, we have Vanguard deployed, or at least move forward our Demon Stung Dreadquake Mortar, just so that it can start firing on the enemy as soon as it sees them effectively. I am not particularly concerned about the main enemy army, to be honest, because Plague Bearers are just so darn slow. Now, they're so slow and so susceptible to both artillery and range fire, especially range fire like the Dreadquake Mortar, that, yeah, I just don't see them being an issue here. Alright, well done to the Dreadquake, and you keep it up. Every few shots, well, a few more shots like this and those units will be out of here. Also, just like the last time we fought one of these battles, I want to take a look at the map here. I mean, it's quite nice. It's an infested underway. Yeah, so we've got an underway battle, but it's got a ton of the Nurgle assets. This is quite interesting. Haven't seen a lot of this, and man, imagine tunnel fighting against Nurgle stuff. It might be even worse or just as bad as tunnel fighting against the Skaven. There's some absolutely fantastic maps. Alright, just taking in the sights a little bit here. We can't go further that way. I wanted to see more of the infested stuff. Oh well, here we go. The battle is about to begin. I guess it might take a little bit of time. Well, actually, it's gonna take no time at all because the reinforcements are already here, and I predicted that they would come here, and the reason I did was because, well, there's a path off of the map here and another one here, so they would have had to have come either from there or from there. And these quest battles, the devs have a tendency to do this. Whenever there's an underway battle like this, reinforcements come out of the side tunnels, which makes sense, but it also does make it fairly predictable. At the very least, it's much better than them moving from directly behind us, because that would have caused some problems. Also, in terms of setup, I just want to point out we did it a little bit differently than usual with our melee on the flanks here, and we just have our units of range kind of in the center, unprotected by a melee line. The reason for that is, well, the enemy is a Nurgle force, and that's probably too slow to actually get to our blunderbusses and will melt as they move towards them. But I'd like to experiment with this formation a little bit more as well, rather than the sort of blocky checkerboard sort of thing. Anyway, here come a lot of reinforcements, and we're going to move both Zhatan and Pythic to counter them immediately, as that is a lot of Plague Toads. Granted, Plague Toads aren't great, And while they will charge us, they're not going to be super threatening, but nonetheless, they could do some damage. Here come the Centaur Renders to help out against them, and that's a match that should most definitely favor the Centaurs, but there's a lot of Plague Toads to work through here. Still very fun. I'm already enjoying this battle immensely just because of the not facing nothing but nurglings and Plague Bearers. Lots of these Plague Toads to work through, and both the Lamassu and the Bale Taurus, I'm sure, will be helping out fairly immensely with that as well. In the meantime, the rest of the enemy army is marching forward. Looks like the enemy Exalted Great Unclean One is nearly here and will soon be susceptible to our range fire. On top of that, let's see. The enemy Plague Bearers are in pretty bad shape, having to advance under fire from our artillery pieces. Our Magma Cans have 32 kills and 21 kills, and our Dreadquake has 33, though 14k damage. Alrighty, and it looks like our Iron Demons are beginning to fire upon the enemy Unclean One, Exalted Great Unclean One, I should say. Alright, fire away before he whacks you with his bell. There we go. And we fly close to him just to pop that sadistic snare with Zhatan. No need to actually directly fight the guy. We've got another Great Unclean One that we can fight while the snare holds this one in place and allows our range to do their work. A single volley from the blunderbusses and everybody else drops the Exalted Great Unclean One down to half HP. It's also suppressed, so its speed is down to 25, even when the sadistic snare is up. Oh, look at that HP drop. This poor guy, and he's done. Beautiful. The sadistic snare didn't even have time to end. Alrighty, now Zhatan can go after the other Great Unclean One. The Toads have by and large been, I don't know, maybe halved at this point. And ooh, it looks like the enemy did manage to actually reach us with some of their Exalted Plague Bearers. I saw some of their range shots come in, so maybe they'll do a tiny bit of damage. Nurglings coming in into the center of our formation, but that is looking like a bad idea to anybody, Nurgling or Great Unclean One. The Blunderbuss is the Great Leveler, or the Great Equalizer. It doesn't matter what you are, you're still gonna have a bad day trying to rush forward into a line of them. And if it isn't another Great Unclean One, you maybe should have stuck to the flanks. A Burning Head moving around the enemy, and I believe that was cast on the piles of enemy Plague Bearers. It looks like the enemy Great Unclean One number 3 is also melting away and is done. Lovely. Alrighty, and the Plague Toads are joined by a bunch of Rotflies, not Plague Drones, but Rotflies, no riders on these, and they're going to try to help the remnants of the Toads, but it looks like the Toads are a little bit too much, or too damaged to be saved. Also, it looks like the enemies decided to actually bypass our blunderbusses with the Rotflies, and by and large not go after them. Fine by us. There's the other Great Unclean One, but yeah, these guys really probably should have gone after our blunderbusses instead, though maybe they saw the writing on the wall and decided that this would have been a bad idea. Still, a lot of other units are here, but it looks like the enemy army has now taken enough damage for the rest of the army to start melting away. There were probably still a fair few units that could have fought, but I guess the AI understood that it had no chance. Also, just looking at our HP bars, we've barely taken any damage, and the damage that we did take is probably damage that is HP damage and not so much damage to our models. There we go, very nice shot from our Magma Cannon there, melting away the last of these poor Plague Bearers. They gotta be a little upset at this whole thing. Nurgle, why have you forsaken us? Just getting some nice slow motion shots of these Plague Bearers. Ouch. Alrighty, well there we go, the last of them melt away. I know, no, this guy was the last. Down he goes, disappears, and with that, the battle is over. There's nobody on the field. Okay, there we go. Now the battle is over. Man, they got absolutely wrecked there. They had no chance whatsoever. Our army is very well disposed to be taking on the armies, or the type of army that the enemy had. Though, I think the fact that this was an underway, an infested underway or not, but the fact that this was an underway battle really did work very much to our favor. If the enemy could have used those plague toads to actually get around our flanks and maybe even behind us and annoy us a little bit more with their mobility, especially considering this army, Zhatan's army, is currently a little bit more of the standard dwarf fare, as in it doesn't have a lot of mobile cav, then the enemy could have done a little bit better. And those rotflies and those plague toads could have come in a lot more handy if they could have tied up a lot more units from every direction rather than just charging directly towards us. Though once again, the fact that the reinforcement location was predictable also worked in our favor. Anyway, I digress as usual. We have the third relic now ours. Lovely. Alrighty, ooh, 5k for that battle and 500 plus 169, nice. Labor from that, very respectable, I should say. Wait, 200 labor will give us 15, yeah, we're still gonna take more labor though. We did not really get all that damage. It was a very fun fight just by virtue of the sheer number of enemies, so unfortunately Nurgle in general will probably have a bad time against Chaos Dwarfs, especially with the slower infantry units that they have versus the Dreadquakes and general artillery. Magma Cannons once again dishing out tons and tons of damage and beating the Demon's Tongue in this particular situation. Zhatan, very respectable, a 19,000 damage despite not having spells, so yeah, beautiful. Yeah, take the labor. Yeah, take the labor. Alrighty, and Sword of Cain claim, not our problem. Confederation between Clan Engrund and Hearn, and that gives you a little bit of extra move, and you can attack, but the enemy can run. Oh, well, damn. Well, I was hoping that we could reach him with the little bit of extra that we got, but apparently not. Oh well. Either way, I don't think it makes much of a difference in the sense that, well, that was the only battle that we could have found there, and that's the battle we took, as promised, because there were no other battles, or at least no other good battles to be found. That said... Ooh, wait, before I forget... ow. Yeah, you. Chase after him, please. And is he gonna go for Shenwu? What are you doing? I'm so sick of this army. And this army. All this chasing around. What was I going to do? Yes, the Kadai. Before I forget, you are gonna be Fluffy. Alright. Can't wait to see Fluffy in action. Actually, speaking of, we are... the... Grimgor isn't actually sieging these guys. Ooh. Wait, Morcar. Morcar himself, that's a different Morcar. It's just borrowing his name. Oh, wow. Grimgor and the... and Archaon kind of like each other. Actually, no kinda about it. Damn. And they might attack this caravan. I would if I was in their place, that's for sure. But either way, you, Tordrek, are going to move out, let's say, here, or towards Carrick-Varag. If we take it, we'd be able to hold it much easier than Titan's Notch, for example. Duke have to figure out what's going on out here. In fact, let's send the Tech Thief up here to Gorge a Rock. Hopefully he can keep an eye on where Grimgor's main army is. Don't see it, though. You know, I had a feeling that was going to happen. We needed to see... we need this guy to scout, so of course he's going to die. Why are the Tech Thieves being so useless? Wait, are 2 dead now? Just the 1. Oh, right, the other guy died earlier and then came back. Well, We're now down to 132, so we're back up by a point on all of the attacks. Anyway, with that battle done, I think this is probably a fairly decent time to call it. We've done enough admin this episode, and we can continue the admin next time around. I will probably do some item work between the episodes as well, and then we can just start off by doing the admin, ending the turn again, and once again looking for a battle, although it should be much easier to find next time around, as I fully expect the Caravan of Blue Roses will either attack us, or we will attack Knobbly Gorge with them there. And then, just out of curiosity, we got 3 more turns until Goldtooth declares war on us. So we need to be ready. They will move to the Vale of Titans to take it while we're not there, and maybe we'll send Thrunbaj to defend it. He's a Lore of Metal, right? Yeah. Still haven't decided what we're going to do with him. You know, maybe Lore of Metal would work reasonably well with the Centaurs, to some degree. Glittering Robe can give them the armor that... How much armor do they have? Base? 60? Ah, you can't recruit that kid. Oh, come on. Where is this? Nengao and 50 armor. Yeah, they could definitely use more armor. Maybe Lore of Metal. They don't do fire damage base, do they? And just double check here. Oh, just good old-fashioned axes. Maybe. I was gonna put those in an army. It may as well be this army. Especially since we don't have a lore of metal guy. Though, of course, if you're using lore of metal, you'll need a fairly big infantry line in order to take advantage of it. Anyway, I'm calling it here. Next time we do the admin and then we look for more battles, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully we finally catch this annoying little army and then can move to Jungles of Qian. We've already spent too long here. Otherwise, we need to have the Gabo army take out these guys and start moving towards Goldtooth before they attack us, so stay tuned to see if we can manage that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.